Hello and welcome again to another episode of Truly Happy One. Ako po ulit si Eric Calugdan, kasama natin si Sir Enrico Garcia. No? I'm used to be an IT consultant for Unisys and right now own my own business called Infotext. And aside from that, I'm also the CIO of Philpax and the CTO of Sante. You can call me a serial entrepreneur. And Sir Enrico naman, on the other hand, used to be the retail operations manager of Shell and then became the country manager of Herbalife, and then the director of operations of Avon, and one of the board of directors of the Direct Selling Association of the Philippines. He is now a mindset coach and also the director for international operations of Sante. And few months back, no, during this quarantine period natin, kinausap ako ni Sir Enrico, Eric, ano bang pwede natin gawin para makatulong sa mga kababayan natin? Dahil puro bad news na lang yung naririnig natin no, sa mga balita, mga stats na lang ng namamatay, nagkakasakit, etc. Ano ba yung pwede natin gawin? So, nabuo namin itong series na tinatawag namin Truly Happy One. No? And ang goal nitong ating mga series, para mabigay naman, ma-inspire naman yung ating mga kababayan, ang mga simpleng one paano ba maging truly happy? Hindi yung fake happy na parang social media happy lang. Paano ba maging truly happy? So, dinidiscuss natin every week ano-ano yung iba-ibang mga mindset no, na meron itong mga tinatawag natin na world-class Pinoy. No? Para tayo rin maging world-class din sa pag-iisip. Okay? So, kung anong inisip nila, anong ginagawa nila, gayahin lang natin, and tayo rin magiging world-class din. Okay? So, we do this every week, every Saturdays at 5 p.m. So, lagay nyo na sa calendar ninyo, no? Pag Saturday, 5 p.m., that's your Truly Happy One series na episode. Kaabang-abang po yan. And before tayo pumunta sa ating topic for this week, let us know where you are watching from. If you're watching from Mandaluyong, type nyo dyan sa comments sa baba sa Facebook, watching from Mandaluyong, or dyan sa chat banda sa YouTube, type nyo watching from Cavite or watching from Dubai. No? Para alam natin hanggang saan ba umaabot itong ating episodes. And of course, if you have questions during our Balitaktakan, this is an interactive discussion. We will try to answer your questions, no? Read your feedback. Type nyo lang dyan ulit sa comment section sa Facebook or sa chat portion dyan sa YouTube. And of course, don't forget na rin to like and comment and share this video sa inyong mga walls para mas marami kayong matulungan ng mga kaibigan natin at kababayan. And para wala kayong mga na episodes, ngayon pala ay nasa 34th episode na tayo. Wow!
Wow.
34 episodes. Sige niyo yun sa Enrico. 34th episode na tayo. Kung na-miss niyo yung mga ibang episodes, nandyan sa description nitong video yung link papunta dun sa iba-ibang mga episodes. And para wala kayong ma-miss ng mga episodes in the future, make sure that you subscribe sa ating YouTube channel. Click nyo lang yung subscribe button dyan sa baba. Libre po yan. Wala pong bayad. Okay? And you can also join our Facebook group. Meron tayong Facebook group na Truly Happy One. Yung link papunta dun sa Facebook group na yun, nandyan din sa description nitong video. Ayan, si Sir Philip ko is watching us ngayon. Sir Enrico.
Salamat,
Ayan.
Philip.
Sabi niya, viewing from Quezon City. Good afternoon po.
Thank you, Philip, for your continued viewing.
Yes. So, Sir Enrico, ano po ba itong topic natin today about the science of mind management for success in business and in life?
Yeah. Well, good afternoon to you, Eric, and good afternoon to our viewers. So, napakaganda nito, Eric, dahil may kaibigan tayo from London na, kinuwento niya sa akin. And this is the work actually of Dr. Steve Peters. And one of the things na caught my attention was, sabi nung kaibigan ko na this was used also with the British Olympic cycling team. Yung principles nito, 'di ba? To help people kasi it applies to sports, business, and even life, 'di ba? It's basically paano ba nagpa-function yung brain natin? Ano ba yung tumutulong sa atin and ano yung nakakasira sa atin? So it's understanding, kaya the science of mind management. We need to manage it kasi as we will discuss, there are some parts of your mind that are too powerful, and I'll explain na it doesn't, you cannot overpower it, or you cannot just use willpower. The key is to become aware, accept it, and manage it. Kasi pwedeng ma-manage. So, yan yung pag-usapan natin. And it's very simple. For this afternoon, we just want to focus on the key three things. There are more, pero let's
Mm-hmm.
focus kasi hindi natin ma-compress lahat in one
Mm-hmm.
session. So sige, let's go through it para we can have the discussion, Eric.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
sure.
Ayan, sabi ni Sir Marvin, best regards to both coaches and brothers. Thanks for all the inspiration and kind advice and tips weekly. The Pinoys are really globally magaling. Sana all. From La Loma, Quezon City, watching si Sir Marvin Da
Salamat,
Silva.
Marvin. Salamat. Salamat,
Yes, thank you,
Marvin.
thank you. Ayan, so ito po yung slide, sir.
Yeah, ito yung idea. This is the work of Dr. Steve Peters. If you want to get the book or in fact, the audiobook, I just listened to it sa YouTube, di ba? And ito talaga ang chimp, parang chimpanzee, di ba? Meron tayong, within us humans, we have that animal in us, yung primal instinct kung tawagin, di ba? So, first recognizing na certain behaviors, ito yung nagro-rule. And there are other behaviors that another part of our mind. And let's go to that. Kaya chimp paradox. Kasi yung chimpanzee, yung animal instinct natin is necessary for survival, Eric. Di
Mm-hmm.
ba? So, saan? Anong ibig sabihin? Like pag na-threaten tayo, di ba? You need that. Where you use emotion and aggression to protect yourself for self-preservation. So it's
Mm-hmm.
necessary. Or even not in the case of physical harm, but even if somebody's attacking, verbally abusing you, di ba? You need that as your defense, di ba? Kung hindi tumitigil, it's a way to survive. So it's in all of us. Pero sadly, ito rin yung pagka hindi mo na manage, magkakapagsalita ka at makakagawa ka ng things na pagsisisihan mo later because you gave into the emotion, to that primal instinct to survive or defend yourself or your ego. Right? And we'll give
Yung ba yung
examples of that.
tinatawag nila, sir, na fight or flight?
Yes, ito yung fight or flight. Ito yon. Diba? Like pag nalagay ka na corner ka, this has to come out to protect yourself. Diba? Kunyari, inaatake ka, of course, lalabas ito. Yung aggression mo towards the other who's attacking you. Diba? In the case of a physical threat. Or, hindi physical threat, like I said, yung parang masyado yung ego mo at there are situations where it is warranted. Diba? Kunyari, talagang binabastos ka for no clear reason and no matter what you try to do, ayaw nung tao, diba, tumigil and it's just, diba? Then, this is the part of that mind that you need it to come out for self-preservation. Okay? Pero bihira naman yun, di ba? Problema, lumalabas yan on areas, whether in business or in and I'll explain it. So, there are three main parts dun sa theory niya. Yung mind mo is made up of three. One is yung chimp, which resides in the middle of your brain, and we have a slide, which is really the emotions and fears. Ito yung primal animal instinct within us. The other part of our mind is yung human. Okay? Yung true self mo, where your logic, reason, compassion, beliefs, values, doon nagre-reside. Okay? And then the computer, ito Eric, gusto mo to dahil related to sa ito yung deep recesses, ito yung subconscious mo, yung na-program mo. It got programmed over time. Nandun yung mga, autopilot response. Diba? Now, that could be good or that could be bad. Correct? So, are you still with me, Eric? There are three main parts we need to manage. Diba? So, go to the next slide. Okay. So, yung frontal part ng brain, yan yung logic. Fact, truth, evidence, compassion, empathy. That's the human part of our brain. Diba? Napansin mo, kuminsan, diba? Sinalbahay ka na nung isa, diba? Ikaw na inagrabyado. But where do you find it in you to respond with compassion. Di ba?
Mhm.
Normally, ang ginagawa ng iba, aggression, they respond with aggression too. In that case, it's your chimp or the chimpanzee or that animal instinct that's responding. Mag-aaway kayo noon.
Mhm.
Di ba? And
Mhm.
then, of course, yun yung seat of emotions and you have to win. Ito yung nakakalalaki ka, may sinabi ka, to defend my ego, nakakalalaki ka, kailangan labanan kita. Or worse, talunin kita. Di ba?
Mhm.
And then, yung computer is your reference library. Automatic programs, yung beliefs mo, yung experience mo. And we'll now talk about real-life examples. Paano ba to magagamit? Di ba?
Mhm.
So, ang sinasabi ni Dr. Peters, di ba? Napakalakas niyan chimpanzee. Yung chimpanzee, as an animal, is 5 times stronger than us. The animal. Of course, ang sinasabi dito, yung emotions natin and primal instincts natin will overpower any human being. So there is no point trying to, it's not bad to have that because sometimes you need it. What you must do is manage it. Don't try to suppress it or to beat it. Kailangan ma-manage mo yan. Okay? Example,
Mhm.
kinat ka ng kotse. Umano ka,
Oo,
tapos
sa kalsada, yeah.
kinat ka. Di ba?
Mhm.
Pag napabayaan mo yung chimp mo, yung animal instinct mo, hayop to. Putya, sino ka? Ang dami nang tumakbo sa ulo mo. Di ba?
Mhm.
Ano ka? Porke maganda yung kotse mo, ikaw talaga, porke mas mayaman ka, akala mo pwede mo lang gawin. Yan, that's the chimp.
Mhm.
Di ba? The human part of your mind can say, well, okay, no big deal. It doesn't really threaten me, di ba? And maybe nagmamadali ito or maybe may ano siya. Yan yung human side. Diba? Some people
Mhm.
can do that. Ikaw, Eric, you're a good example. Remember yung isang incident natin dito sa presentation? Dito sa bahay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Or, normally, what that person did would have justified an equal response of aggression.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You were in front, for the benefit of our audience, Eric was giving a presentation and, one gentleman stood up and stopped the presentation and challenged, di ba?
Mhm.
In quite aggressive manner. But the response
Mhm.
of Eric was, yun pumasok yung human part na, well,
Mhm.
baka na ano siya, and Eric simply continued.
Yep.
Hindi na taranta, remember? So
Yes, yes.
so that's the part where you were able to tame yung primal or yung animal instinct. And
Mhm.
you used logic and maybe because of your deep faith, your compassion, baka naman, meron siyang ano, di ba? So,
Mhm.
na-tame. And why?
Mhm.
Because yung computer mo, because of all your experiences, your beliefs, di ba? Nandun sa ano mo, teka, wag tayong respond with aggression. Baka naman may
Mhm.
pinagdadaanan yung tao. Nakuha mo, Eric? In
Yep.
that example, di ba? You
At
always,
nung chinek nga natin yung incident na yun, meron nga. Meron siyang may hugot,
meron.
'di ba?
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
meron.
Meron siyang hugot.
Oo.
But for
Oo.
the benefit of the audience, it was a physical aggression that gentleman did. Yeah. And
Mhm.
everybody, tanga. Lahat kami na nagulat. Diba?
Mhm.
But ang response ni Eric, most would have responded with the chimp. Aba aggression. Kung iba yun, baka suntukan yun. Really?
Yeah, correct.
So, yun yung sinasabi natin. Understanding na hindi mo ma-overpower yung lakas nung primal or animal instinct, but you can manage it. Okay, tama na maano ka ng konti, pero doon papasok yung hep, teka muna. Do I want to? Yun yung statement na sinasabi ni Dr. Peters. Kung gusto mo malaman kung anong umiiral, kung yung chimp, yung emotions mo, or primal instinct mo, or yung human, tanungin mo sarili mo, do I want to? So in the example with Eric, Do I want to hit this guy? Do I want to start a fight? If the answer is no, you know that the human is talking. If you
Mhm.
answered yes, you know it's not the human part of your mind. It's the
Yung
primal
chip.
instinct. Yung chimp ang
Yes.
nagsasalita.
Mhm.
Malinaw ba, Eric? Malinaw?
Yep. Malinaw.
Okay, so how do you use this at work, relationships, and business? Di ba?
Mhm.
Business. Di ba? Sinalbahe ka nung kliyente mo. Sabi, babayaran ka. Hindi ka binayaran. On time. Di ba? Pag pinabayaan mo
Mhm.
yung chimp mo, ayub kayo ah. Di ba? Inaabuso nyo ko porque maliit ako. Di ba? You make all these judgments. Instead of,
Mhm.
ano bang problema? Baka naman I can help in the process. Baka may
Mhm.
pinagdadaanan yung company. Help me, help you. Di ba?
Mhm.
So, bago ka mag-pass ng judgment, kasi yan yung chimp eh, gusto niya judgment. Conclusion muna,
Mhm.
tapos maghahanap siya ng evidence. Okay? Ganun yung chimp.
Okay.
Magko-conclude muna siya, ayop ka talaga, balasubas ka, you're making use of my money. That's the conclusion. And then you look for
Aha.
events or evidence to support it. The human
Mhm.
part of your mind is, ano ba yung challenges nyo? Help me understand. Di ba? So that I
Mhm.
can also help in the process. Nakuha mo,
Mhm.
Eric? I think that's crystal clear, di
Yep.
ba? Humanap ka muna ng evidence, meaning, makiusap ka muna, ganun ba? Uy, wow. Yung pala, may
Alamin mo
pinagdadaan.
muna yung totoong dahilan,
Oo.
yung
Oo.
hugot, hindi yung mag-a-assume ka ng mga possible reasons and you therefore
Naku,
conclude na tama yung assumptions mo. Yun yung
nauna na yung
team.
conclusion.
Oo.
Nag-conclude ka na.
Nag-conclude
Nag-conclude ka
and
na,
nag-assume.
maghahanap ka lang
Oo.
ng na to support it.
Oo, correct.
Yun yung chimp. Pero
Yes.
yun nga, ang pwede mong gawin is, di ba? Hey, I noticed na is there anything I can do to help? Please help me understand what happened, di ba?
Mhm.
Dati on
Mhm.
time, ngayon hindi. Baka meron kayong di ba? Ask for evidence. Then
Mhm.
if they say, Eric, talagang, one of our big customers decided to terminate the contract, and because of that, yung cash flow talaga sa totoo lang na impact. Imagine the conversation, then ikaw, you know what, sir, sige, I've been supplying you for the longest time. Sige, ano bang kaya nyo para, I'm mindful and I understand the situation. Kung ganun
Mhm.
yung usapan, hindi kayo kailangan mag-away, di ba?
Correct.
Instead of,
Mas
ayop
magandang
kayo.
usapan.
Correct. Yan yung kasabihan natin, lahat na papag-usapan.
Mhm.
Di ba?
Correct.
But you have to tame the animal instinct or the primal instinct.
Mhm.
Yun yung chimp.
Ayan. Si Jeff Lim is watching us from Dasmariñas, Cavite. Ayan. Sabi rin ni
Salamat.
Maan Kayabyab from BNG, kaya pala dami kong chimps. Di ba?
Hindi lang ikaw,
Dami dyan.
Maan. Lahat tayo, we have that in us. And okay, it's necessary sometimes. Kunyari,
Mm.
inaatake ka na ng, physically, yung pamilya mo. Siyempre, you have to act with aggression. Di ba?
Mhm. Correct.
Sometimes it's necessary. Kaya nga for survival yun. So, ang sinasabi
Mhm.
natin dito, in the situation, like in business, di ba, ititame mo yun. You just have to accept it's stronger than you. Okay, tama ka, nakakasama ng loob, pero teka, bigyan mo siya ng pagkakataon. Parang ipa-exercise mo siya. Yun yung term niya, i-exercise mo. Paminsan-minsan, you have to show some emotion. It's okay
Mhm.
to, parang, wow, sir, medyo nakakalungkot. Show some emotion, di ba? Hindi naman
Mhm.
pwedeng, di ba? Yun yung i-exercise mo yung chin. Para hindi nga magwala yung chin. And then, tawag niya, box the chimp. Ibig sabihin, palu-paluin mo yung chimp. Sabihin mo, huy, huwag ka naman masyadong marahas o malupit dun sa kliyente. Baka naman may
Mhm.
pinagdadaanan. That's how you manage it. O
Correct.
nakakainis. Nakakainis
Mhm.
na hindi tayo mababayaran on time. Tama yun. Maglabas ka ng
Mhm.
frustration mo. Pero let the mind manage it. And then from time to time, bigyan mo ng saging yung chimp. Ang translation nun, ang ibig sabihin, bigyan mo rin siya ng chance na makapaglabas ka ng emotion. Kung in some cases, pairalin mo siya.
Mhm.
nung nasa tama. So, that's how to manage the chip. Does that make sense,
Mhm.
Eric?
Yes, sir. So, yeah, magandang example niyo sa business. No? Sa buhay naman, siguro, isang example yung nag-away kayo ng kamag-anak mo, no? Or kapamilya mo, for example.
Bigyan kita
Yung meron
example.
silang sinasabi na, before ka magsalita, pahupain mo muna yung galit
Correct.
mo. Parang gano'n,
Okay.
before kayo mag-usap. Kasi baka dahil sa sobrang emosyon, mali yung masabi. Di ba may mga
Exactly.
gano'n?
Exactly.
Mhm.
Bigyan kita example. Let's say your
Mhm.
spouse. Nako, nagpunta ka dun sa hindi ka tumawag, hindi ka nag-text sa akin. Sabi mo, dadating ka ng ganitong oras. Ngayon, wala pa. Oh my goodness. Conclude na ako. Nag-gimmick ka, no? Kasama mo si
Yeah.
nag-conclude na din, maghahanap ka ng ebidensya.
Mhm.
Instead of, okay, hey, I've been waiting and you haven't sent me a message. You can show a little of, hey, I'm getting worried here.
Mhm.
But then you can have a conversation and say, oh, so what happened, di ba? Normally, you send me a message or you send me, or you call me. What
Mhm.
happened this time? Is it possible that they were busy, doing what what they said they were going to be doing in the first place?
Mhm.
Ang daming ma-avoid So, na-manage mo yung chip,
Yes.
di ba? And the way to do that is the computer is the strongest mind. You like this, Eric? Stronger
Mhm.
than the chip. Ito yung autopilot. Ito yung
Mhm.
hugot na itinatanim
Mhm.
mo sa computer. Kung ang tinatanim mo is doubt, and fear, and yan yung lalabas. But if you
Mm.
plant through your auto, whether you call it affirmation, auto suggestion, that people are generally good, di ba?
Mhm.
That you're generally good, generally. That
Mhm.
doesn't mean walang salbahe. Of course there are, di ba? But kung yun yung nasa computer mo, yung reference, yung program, the way you program yourself, yun yung iiral pag merong experience or event. It
Mhm.
takes over the chimp and the human. Mas powerful yun. Yun yung subconscious.
Mm. And
Does
kung
that
meron
make
silang
sense?
problema na masyadong malakas yung chimp nila, it's actually the computer yung kailangan nilang i-adjust
Correct.
para
I-reformat
mag-transition
mo.
papunta sa sa human.
Correct. Correct. I-reformat
Mhm.
mo. Tama ka
Oo.
dun. Kasi kadalasan, pag corrupted din yung computer,
Mhm.
yun yung magbubukas nung chip. Hindi makontrol
Mhm.
nung human side. Kasi nga yung
Hmm.
kunyari, pinalaki ka na masama ang kumita ng pera. Normally, masama yan, mapang-apian,
Mhm.
ganyan. Lalabas
Mhm.
yun. Yun yung ilalabas mo. Tama yung
Unconsciously,
example.
no?
Oh,
Oo.
kasi doon ka humuhugot pirmi. Hindi,
Mhm.
pagkaganyan talagang ibig sabihin, masama yung mga yan. That they have
Mhm.
cheated along the way, that they have stepped on people. Kung yun yung
Ah,
na-program.
correct.
Nakita mo?
Yep.
So, paano natin gamitin yan, di ba? To become excellent, di ba?
Mhm.
Maghunus dili ang tawag nila. Hunus dili, yung
Mhm.
parang sinabi mo. Kaya di ba yung mga judge, kaya nga they're judge eh. They suspend or withhold judgment. Mag-aano muna sila, ay teka muna, paano mo nasabi yun? So before they
Mhm.
make a conclusion, they gather evidence first or truth.
Mhm.
Then they make the conclusion. So sila, highly evolved, the human part is the one that's always talking. O teka muna, di ba?
Mhm. Oo nga naman, no? Wala kang maririnig na judge na gumawa ng storya. Laging
Oh,
evidence-based sila. Do'n sila sa
oh,
dulo. Facts
oh.
muna before you conclude.
And then magko-conclude. Even as a
Yes.
process, di ba? Ano yung due process? O ito ang reklamo ko sa iyo, Eric. Blah, 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 blah. Okay,
Mm.
fine. O Mr. Eric, ano naman ang sagot mo dun sa reklamo?
Mm.
Bago niya sabihin,
Correct.
ikaw ang may sala. Di ba?
Mhm.
Yun nga. Di ba? The ability to suspend or withhold judgment. Di ba?
Mhm. Correct.
Right? Kunyari,
Yes.
ako kliyente mo, Eric. Kung hindi sumasagot to si Eric, talagang tama dito si Eric. Teka muna, judgment yun. Tama.
Correct. Mhm.
Diba, oh Eric, wala, I haven't heard anything from you. Medyo nakaka-frustrate. Let some of my chimp partner, napapahiya na ako dito sa ano ba dapat sabihin? Ano ba nangyari? Okay ka ba?
Mhm. Mhm.
Diba? I'm not making a conclusion, pero pinaparam ko sa'yo, yung hindi mo pagsagot sa akin, medyo nag-worry ako.
Mhm.
Diba?
Correct.
But sometimes, we let ourselves go and say, ikaw talaga, Eric, hirap sa'yo. Mabagal ka, tamad ka, hindi mo ako sinasagot. Nauna na yung conclusion eh.
Conclusion agad. Yun ang chimp na nagsasalita. Lalo na
Ayun
yung
yun, Chip.
statement na nagsisimula sa lagi ka na lang ganyan. Lagi ka na.
Yun yun.
Yun ang chimp.
Yun yun, Chip. Sige nga,
Yan.
tanungin mo ako. I don't know kung naiintindihan kasi baka, pero napakagandang
Gets, sir.
concept.
So yun nga, sa business, no, yung example kanina, maganda example yun, na hindi tayo dapat nagko-conclude agad based sa circumstances. Kailangan alamin natin yung cause mismo. Ganun din actually sa mga personal relationships natin, sa mga pag-aaway. Siguro yung isa rin na importante rin, no, lalo na sa sales, di ba sir? Maraming tayong mga kakilala na nasa sales industry. Meron silang tinatawag na fear of loss or fear of rejection. And yun yung number one, no, na kailangan mong malampasan before ka maging successful na salesperson. Di ba? So, itong topic natin ngayon na chimp mindset or chimp model, paano siya nag-fit doon sa tinatawag natin na fear of rejection? Before yan,
Yan.
sabi pala ni Maan, ayan, grabe, galing ng analogy sa computer na corrupted. Ayan. So type nyo lang yung inyong questions dyan sa comment section or chat dyan sa YouTube and try nating sagutin yung inyong mga questions. No? Jeff Lim is watching and also my spouse, Sharon Calidan is watching. Thank you
Wow,
po for
salamat.
watching. Ayan.
Right. Oo.
Sige sir.
So balik tayo doon, 'di ba? Ang sabi mo, 'di ba, yung paano ba yung sa. So, ang importante kasi nga depende kung anong na-program natin doon eh. Doon sa computer natin, 'di ba? Kung puro, conditioning na and some of them are not good, kailangan i-reformat mo, i-reprogram mo. Kaya I like the analogy and thank you, Maan. Kasi pag pangit yung program, ikaw, Eric, this is what you do, talagang yung output nun, hindi wala rin, di ba?
Correct.
Di ba? So, yun yung...
mananalo lagi yung chimp kapag hindi
of
maayos
course.
yung program. Oo.
Yeah. Like, if you're always doubting people, di ba? If you're always questioning people, na parang, ay, naku, cannot be trusted, what do you think will come out? The human mind where, usap muna kayo? Hindi, mauuna perming, binayaran mo na ba? Binigay mo na sa akin, nasaan? I want to see. All right?
Correct. Yes.
You understand, di ba? That's,
Yes.
I pass judgment first and then I look for evidence to support my judgment. I'm guilty of that and I'm guilty of that. So, after seeing this nga, sabi ko, wow, I have to learn. Lalo sa road, ganun ako. Naiinis ako. Di ba? Na sinasabi ko, ayop ka, ikaw talaga, hindi ka marunong. How do I know that? Di ba? Because nga, yun yung chimp. Kasi alam mo, nasa mind ko, 90% of people don't deserve a license. They're not supposed, even if that were true, even if it were true, kaya ako, nananalo yung chimp pag sa daan. Kasi nga, yun yung nasa program ko eh. 90% of people don't deserve a license. It could be true. But that's why the chimp always wins. Nauuna yung ayun. And then
yung emotion, yes.
Of course.
Oo. Ayan, Sir Andrew Vete is watching. Ayan, sabi ni Man, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Ayan, sabi niya. So dun sa mga ganong illustration, yung heart and mind. So yung heart is yung chimp, ganun ba yun? Tapos yung mind is the computer or the human part?
Well, the mind normally is the human part. But also the
Ah,
heart is part of the human. The compassion, the empathy, kasama yun sa what
ah,
it means to be human eh. Di ba?
mhm, mhm,
Heart doesn't mean emotion, and emotion doesn't mean bad. You
mhm,
need the emotion. You
mhm,
need the emotion. To express grief, to express sadness, disappointment is okay.
mhm,
Like, may deadline tayo. You said magagawa natin. That's okay to express that. Why did we miss it?
mhm,
That's okay. But hindi dapat ganito. Ikaw talaga, iyan ang problema sa'yo. Hindi ka nag-aano ng deadline. Wala kang kwenta talaga. Tamad ka talaga. That's very different.
mhm. Yun ang chimp.
Yes, conclusions first.
Uh,
But to
and
say,
then look for
hey,
evidence.
right. But to say, hey, we missed our deadline. What happened?
Mhm.
It's disappointing. What happened? Let
Yeah.
How can I help? But
Mhm.
express it.
Correct. Doon
Does that
naman
make
sa ano
sense?
sir, sa yes sir, sa ating mga mga viewers na nasa sales, no. Yun nga yung fear of rejection kasi that's also an
Okay.
emotion ng chimp. So, paano natin mare-relate itong chimp model sa fear of rejection? Paano ba natin matatanggal yung fear of
Napaka,
rejection?
napakaganda ng tanong mo. Eric, ito yung dialogue na nangyayari. Alam ko kasi
Mhm.
ako ito. Dati.
Mhm.
And up to,
Dati.
oh, ay
Ah,
naku, ayoko tanongin yan. Kasi ganito yan. Naku, baka mapapaya ako. Ano kaya iisipin niya? Pag tinanong ko to, malalaman niya, ganito ako. Naku, baka ipagkalat niya. Ang dami ng pinanggalingan all because of ayoko ngang, gusto ko siya i-please eh. Kaya
ah,
ayokong ilabas ito. So I'm so scared of that I would
mhm.
rather not approach him. Para nga rin,
Mhm.
ayoko kasi ma-reject.
Mhm. Fear of
Ayaw ko
rejection, yes.
ayoko.
Oo,
Kasi parang tinatanggihan niya yung person ko. When, who told you that? Di ba?
correct.
It's your program. Kaya tama ka dun. Yun yung kailangan ayusin. In what we were doing, remember, you have to first fix how you think. We've had several
Mhm.
episodes, di ba? How you manage your thinking is the key because that's what you're putting into your computer.
Correct. And
And
lalabas yun, the way you speak and the way you interact, lalabas
lahat,
yun.
lahat. So
Yes.
tama,
Yun din yung
tama,
tinatawag natin na intangibles, di ba sir?
correct. The intangibles,
Mm.
yeah. Remember?
Yep.
So yun yung importante, di ba? Kasi kung mali nga
Mm.
yung program, syempre mali rin yung output.
Mhm.
Hindi ba, Eric?
Correct.
Ikaw, linya mo
Tama.
yun, yung computer, di ba? Pag sobra ng
Mm.
corrupted, anong gagawin mo? I-reformat mo, di ba?
Mhm. Correct. So
Bura lahat.
sa mga sales siguro, ang mas magandang programming, no, is kapag sinabi nung customer na ayaw nila yung ina-offer mo or ayaw nila yung products or yung service na ina-offer mo, ang mindset natin is hindi tayo yung rene-reject nila, kundi yung product, yung
Correct,
ino-offer natin yung nire-reject nila.
correct,
Pwedeng yun or pwedeng hindi pa, 'di ba? Hindi pa nila kailangan sa ngayon. Hindi ibig
correct,
sabihin na nire-reject ka na nila, tinatakwil ka na, disbanded from the barkada ka na. Hindi
correct.
gano'n, tama ba
See,
sir?
ang dami mo na. Correct,
Oo,
correct.
oo.
Sorry, as you were talking, it gave me another. Depends how you program yourself. Pag naka-program sa iyo, hindi. Kailangan mabenta ko to, kailangan bayaran niya to. That could be one program. But you can
Mhm,
change the program and say, you know what? Ano ba yung pwede kong itulong sa buhay niya? Anong
mhm,
magagawa nitong ano na to na makakatulong sa kanya, dun sa goals niya? Now, kung walang
mhm,
maitutulong to, maybe it's not the right time.
mhm,
Right? Or, meron maitutulong to. Paano ko i-ano sa kanya? See, it's your mindset, it's the programming. Are you there
mhm,
to push your product para makuha mo yung ano? Or, no, I want a solution to their problem. Pag
mhm.
yun yung nakaprogram sa iyo, yun rin yung magiging ano mo. You're presenting a solution. You're helping them solve their problem.
Correct.
Kung yun
And
yung
kapag
program.
ang mindset mo is kailangan mong mabenta to dahil kailangan mong ma-meet yung quota. Kapag yung nasa programming mo, lumalabas yun, the way you present. No? Na
Correct.
makikita yun ng kakausap mo na desperado ka. No? And kapag desperado ka, mas lalong umaatras yung kliyente. Tama ba, Sir Enrico?
Correct. You're
Mhm.
putting up that wall. Remember sa training natin, hindi ka
Mhm.
nag-extend ng bridge.
Mhm.
Naglalagay ka ng pader, binebentahan mo. Nobody wants to be sold to, but people want to buy. Remember?
Correct, correct.
They want to buy. What do they want to buy? A solution to whatever it is. So the question really is find out what is the problem that they're wanting to solve, and do you have that solution for them?
Mhm.
Because if you do, it
Correct.
changes the whole picture. Yeah.
So dapat talaga focus on solving problems, no? And the money will come later. So
Correct.
importante talaga is focus on solving problems. So kung may problema, nandun ka lagi dapat. Insert yourself, solve the problem, and money will flow afterwards. Huwag ka dapat desperado. Di
Right.
ba? Ganun dapat yung mindset natin.
Right. Di
Yan,
ba?
sabi ni Michael Alunan, we must use the science of the mind to become more human than the chimp in us. Otherwise, science of the mind.
Correct. Magaling yan si
Ayan, Jeff
Michael.
Lim
Ano na?
also, sabi said, my observation is that business like chimp managers, but hmm? my observation is that business like chimp managers, but employees like to work with human managers. But chimp managers deliver the bottom line dollars or money, though many employees look for better management elsewhere.
Yes.
Nagets
And
nyo ba
Jeff,
yun, sir? Sige.
yes, and Jeff is very correct. Yes, you need people who deliver the numbers. But here's the funny thing. The engagement of employees starts to dip very low. So tama si Jeff. In fact, there was a study before, I believe this was in the US, where 75% of those surveyed would have stayed even without the salary increase if they were just treated better. It
Mm.
wasn't even the money. So the point that Jeff makes, I think, is very, very true. Yes, you everybody needs to deliver results, right? But the way you
Mhm.
do it, di ba? So
Mhm.
tama si Jeff, absolutely. And sadly, mostly I've come from corporate. Walang pakialam, just numbers, brutal. Yes, you need to deliver
Mhm.
numbers. There's no question, right?
Mhm.
But again, when you do that and you let the chimp in you rule it, you might get the gain short term, but long term, you're not going to get the most out of the people that you're leading or
Yes, no? So
dictating.
related to sa topic natin, sir, no, yung about well-being, no? Na dapat kumpleto yung treatment natin. Hindi lang sa mga customers natin, kundi pati sa mga staff natin, no? Dapat nasa checklist natin yung kanilang complete well-being lagi, di ba?
Yes,
Yan,
correct.
sabi ni Sir Andrew, mahirap maging asyumero.
Of course.
Nagko-conclude agad, may conclusion agad, tapos naghahanap ng assumptions ng mga reasons.
O sa Tagalog, we
Yeah.
have a very nice line. Maraming
Aha,
namamatay sa
maling akala.
ayun. Akala
Yun.
ko, akala ko, akala ko, akala ko. Yun yung
Aha,
assumption. Akala ko
correct,
kasi
correct.
ikaw na yung tatawag eh. Akala ko kasi
Oo.
ikaw na yung ano. Oh yes,
Yan.
Cecilia.
Cecilia Salomon is watching and Jomay Aquino. Ayan. Kasama si
Oh,
Jomar Aquino watching
oh,
us today. Sir
wonderful.
Gabby
Salamat.
Dadivas is also watching. Sabi niya, good
Thank you,
afternoon from
Gabby.
Paranaque.
Good
Ayan.
afternoon.
Thank you po for watching. Don't forget to like, no, comment, and subscribe para wala kayong mamiss na episodes natin ng Truly Happy One. Ayan. Okay. So next would be, ayan, ang ating next would be, what are your takeaways? No? Ano ba yung inyong mga takeaways sa episode natin today? Type nyo dyan sa comment section sa Facebook or sa chat dyan sa YouTube. No? So ako, ang aking takeaway, one is, kung hindi natin siya alam, hindi natin siya mamamanage. No? At least alam na natin ngayon na meron tayong tatlong parts, no, or tatlong main parts ng ating mind, which is the computer, yung ating beliefs, yung mga automatic habits, behavior, yung ating chimp, no, yung ating emotions, no, yung ating parang human nature, hindi yung animal nature. Tapos
Yeah.
meron tayo yung human, yun yung parang ano ba tawag dito, yung
Logic,
logic,
reason.
no? yung purpose, yung reason, no? Yes. So, ang nagiging difference natin sa mga animals is yung human part. And para mas lumaki yung percentage ng human part ng mind natin, kailangan ma-program natin ng tama yung ating computer, yung ating beliefs, no? And kaya nga tayo nagkaroon ng Truly Happy One para mabago yung belief ng ating mga kapwa Pinoy dahil medyo na-program tayo, no, sa dami ng mga sumakop sa mga Pinoy, sa dami ng mga mga TV programs, mga balita na pinoprogram tayo, no? Eh medyo naging taliwas yung ating programming, yung ating computer. So kailangan natin ng bagong content, ng bagong beliefs na i-program diyan sa ating computer para mas malaki yung percentage ng human part ng ating brain versus our chimp part. So kayo, ano naman po ang inyong takeaway sa episode ngayon? Type niyo po dyan sa comment section or sa chat sa YouTube. Ayan. So Sir Enrico, ano po ang conclusion natin ito nitong ating topic for this week?
Na one, hindi mo kayang i-overpower yung chimp. Yung chimpanzee is 5 times stronger than a human. So the same with our primal and animal instinct. Hindi mo ma-overpower yun. The key is to be aware that you can manage it. Diba? And from time to time, emotion you have to express. Let the chimp exercise a little bit. Dun sa tamang lugar. Sometimes you need it. Right? But let the human tame it. Diba? The human side. Maglabas ka ng sama ng loob, konting galit, but then let the human, which you rightfully described, yung computer mo, kailangan mo pirming i-clean up yung programming. Kasi pag mali na or hindi na relevant yung programming, kailangan i-reprogram mo. And sana hindi kailanganin i-reformat yung buo. Di ba? So, yun yung takeaway natin. Yun. Perfect yung sinabi mo. Yun, tatlong yun.
Yes.
Pag na-manage mo yan,
mas mataas yung chances natin maging successful. So we have to really manage our mind, no? Para tayo rin ay maging truly happy. Yan. So sa next week, ang ating episode is about 1% improvement for success, no? That's next Saturday 5 p.m. So konting intro, ano po bang i-discuss natin next week, Sir Enrico?
Eric, would you ever believe that if you just focus on 1% improvement, you will succeed? It's
Over
very
time?
exciting.
Yes.
Over time. But see, a lot of people don't see this. And what we will talk about next week was actually done for sports. And the results were just phenomenal. Just focusing on the keyword here is there are two keywords, 1% and improvement. And we'll talk about that next week.
Ayan, exciting. Maganda to. 1% improvement. Ayan, sabi ni Michael Alunan ang kanyang takeaway. The best part in us is the human side of us. But the beast part within us often lead us astray.
Correct. Absolutely. Tama siya. That is exactly what the chimp is. We have that beast in us. And when it shows its ugly teeth, gets us into trouble.
Yes, ayan. So, just like our all our episodes, let's end our episode this week with our Panatang Makabayan. So, itaas po natin ang ating kanang kamay at bigkasin ang Panatang Makabayan. Iniibig ko ang Pilipinas, aking lupang sinilang, tahanan ng aking lahi. Kinukupkop ako at tinutulungan upang maging malakas, masipag at marangal. Dahil mahal ko ang Pilipinas, diringgin ko ang payo ng aking mga magulang. Susundin ko ang tuntunin ng lipunan. Tutuparin ko ang tungkulin ng mamamayang makabayan. Naglilingkod, nag-aaral at nagdarasal ng buong katapatan. Ialay ko ang aking buhay, pangarap at pagsisikap sa bansang Pilipinas. Maraming salamat po at we'll see you again next Saturday 5 p.m. Lagay nyo na sa calendar niya. Repeat every Saturday